Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is March 23rd, 2026. We're looking at Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 25. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 5 says this: "Let your father and mother have joy, and let her who gave birth to you rejoice." You know, sometimes we see verses like that and we just kind of skim over them, or at least I do. And maybe you don't, maybe not. Maybe you see the significance in it, but for me, I love my mom and dad. I did. Dad's passed, but mom's still alive. Love mom and dad. But I honestly lived a really, really long time not caring what they thought about me. Upset with life and not caring what anybody thought of me, for that matter. And verses like this meant nothing to me. Today I'm grateful for the fact that they drive a point home. Let your father and mother have joy. Let her who gave birth to you rejoice. And it's talking about your parents rejoicing and having joy over you. The attitude of my heart, my mind, my spirit, my soul. The actions of my daily life have the ability to impact their, what's the word I'm looking for? Their lineage and their, what they leave behind. The way you act impacts what they leave behind. Now, I get it. Some of you didn't have parents that you cared about at all, and you don't care whether they're seen as leaving something good behind or not. But the reality is, what they left behind is you. What they're going to leave behind is your legacy. And your legacy will have an impact on what your kids do that will have an impact on your legacy. And the reality is, as we move forward in our lives, it should matter what we do, what our parents' legacy looks like. Not what they do, but what we do, because we are their legacy. Let your father and mother have joy. Let her who gave you birth rejoice. It matters. It matters how the world sees you, because it is your parents' legacy, and it will impact the legacy you leave as well. Random, I'm proud of you. Going down to the southern part of the state and taking care of your mom, that's a big deal, especially when I know how difficult that can be for you. Thank you for Twisted and Rhonda for both giving me the word I needed, even though I came up with it just before I saw it on the screen. The reality is, we are the legacy of those that went before us. You know, in the very next verse, Solomon says, "My son, give me your heart and let your eyes observe my ways." Solomon understood his kids were his legacy. He also understood that his kids' legacy would be his grandchildren. What are we leaving? And what are we doing about the legacy our parents are leaving. The reality is they may not have been the best parents in the world to us, but we can still have them leave an incredible legacy, because it's not about whether they were a good parent or not. It's about how well we take what the Word of God says and applies it. Yep, that means the responsibility is on me for my dad's legacy. It's on me for my mother's legacy. And my legacy, it doesn't rely as much on what I do as it does how well what I do impacts those around me and how they live their lives, because they are my legacy. My grandchildren are my legacy. You all could be considered my legacy. Not what I do, not how much money I make, not how much possessions I have. The influence I have on a daily basis. And your legacy, much the same. The influence you have on a daily basis. Remember that as you interact with the world today. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. God bless.